Good afternoon, everyone. This is Evelyn Churan with Churan's Tiny Homestead. Well, I've got some really good news. In the last minute, I found a lender. The lawyers are dealing with everything as we speak. There's nothing left for me to do. I've sent all the paperwork out. All I have to do is go into the city next week and sign all the documents. And now the build is no longer on hold. So next week, I'm going to be paying 30 cords of wood. So I've got my wood for the winter. Bought out the last owners. So they're out of the picture, which is a God bless, knock on wood. And I get to pay off my sauna. So I'll have a hot shower for the winter. I'm going to be going to pick up all of my supplies next week for next winter and start on my food prep early. Gardening. I now have 6 different lettuces growing. Celery, onions, potatoes are planted. Zucchini is up. Cucumbers is up. I'm going to buy some tomato plants. I'm not sure if I have much of a season left. We had a really long winter. So I'm not sure if I'll get any tomatoes, but I'm going to pick up a few tomato plants next week. Next, in 2 weeks, I'm ordering all of my fruit trees. This is plum trees I'm getting, 2 of those. I'm getting a couple of apple trees. I'm getting new raspberry plants, 4 different kinds. I'm getting blueberry bushes. And I've got about a list of $500 in plants that I'm going to be ordering to develop the food forest. I want to be self-sustainable year-round. I've made it through from last September till next week before I have to go in and get supplies and pay some bills. So I did pretty good. It's been, let's see, September, October, November, December, January, April, May, June. So I lasted 10 months without shopping in a grocery store. I've done enough food prep. I've still probably got, I've got all kinds of stocks in my canning supplies. I've still got lots of canned meats, canned vegetables, and frozen. I mean, for the last couple of weeks, I've been eating lots of stir fries. But now I'm due to stock up on meats, on beef, pork, chicken, and fish. Those are the 4 main groups of meats that I eat. I don't eat lamb or anything like that. I don't like the flavor. So I'm picking up all of my meats next Friday. And I'm doing all my banking next Tuesday in Sudbury. And I'm going to Sturgeon Falls for my meats. And I'm picking some supplies up in Sudbury at the warehouse wholesale store. Because it's half the cost of any grocery store. And that'll be my cheeses, my big rolls of hamburger. I love having hamburgers in the winter. And I love eating stuff like chilies and soups and stews and good hearty stews and stuff like that, right? And then I love having hamburgers. I love having a good cheeseburger. So I'm going to make myself a whole pile of hamburgers for the freezer, and I buy that hamburger there fresh. So I'll make a whole bunch of patties and I'll freeze them flat. And then I will stack them to freeze them. And then I can just take one hamburger out at a time when I'm hungry. And so I'm doing all of that stuff. And then I get a 16-liter of cooking oil. So I have that available. I've done a whole bunch of dandelion greens. I did 10 bags of dandelion greens for the winter. That's going to be sauteed with spinach and kale, which I'm also growing those. So I'm building up my freezer greens for the winter now, and I'm starting on for strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries. I'll be purchasing that again for the winter, but next year I'll have my own to pick. I won't have to buy this stuff anymore, and I'll get it and then I'll be growing it. But it's taking a lot of work to get this done. It's not to develop it. I also brought in a truckload of cow manure that's 10 years old. That was a $300 cost. So I'm building a lot of gardens. I've got 2 more hothouses going up this weekend, are being built, coming up. And those hothouses are going to get all my trees and my bushes in, because I can't plant any of it till the fall, but I got the plants coming in. Because it's the end of the season for growing them in the spring, I'm getting 50% off of all of my trees and bushes, my berry bushes. And I'm going to be planting horseradish, rhubarb, a whole bunch of stuff I'm going to be planting, that I'm going to have food produce every single year on this property. And that's what I want. Because the grocery stores are just so expensive, and there's no reason why I can't do this stuff. I'm retired now. It's a great hobby. I really look forward to growing my food. I look forward to the summers. And now my sauna is going to be delivered in the next month. My wood is going to be delivered for July, 30 cords of wood. And I'll be set for the winter, and I'm picking up a bunch of gas and, for generators and stuff. And all of that's going to be paid for next week. And all the supplies are coming in next week. My strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries that I have to buy, I can't pick that up till August because they're not ready. It's not the season yet. So that's a seasonal fruit, as well as cherries. And I'm also going to pick up a couple of cases of oranges, limes, lemons, because I make elixirs with the skins, and I make candied fruit. And it's like a candied fruit for the kids rather than eating bad food. And then I have to pick up all my sugar and my flour at the wholesale store. And I'll pick up like 200 pounds of flour because I make my own bread. And I'm going to pick up probably 100 pounds of sugar. And those are the things I have to stock up with for the whole winter. And now I bought great big 4-liter jars to store everything in, so nothing can get in them. And that's all going to be stocked up. And I'm making all my own juices. So I used to buy the $10 bottles of juice, and I've cut that completely out of my expenses now. I'm picking choke cherries next month, and I like that tart flavor in my water. I cook my water. I have my own fresh water here. So when I do a jug of water for my fridge, I also put a little jar of pure fruit juice in it. So whatever fruits come on sale throughout the summer this year, I'm going to pick up a whole bunch. And I also have to pick up a case of bananas so I can make a bunch of banana bread for the winter, because I got one freezer that's all just pre-made meals and breads that I freeze. And I did a bunch of carrot loaf, and I've still got lots of carrots left over, so I don't have to buy any carrots. I don't have to grow carrots. I'm still good for carrots for one more year. That's in the freezer for stir fry. And I got to get a case of yellow, green, and red peppers. And I will slice all of that stuff up. And that's going to be, for my stir fries and my sauces. I make a lot of spaghetti sauce, like meat sauce. And I use my meat sauces for my lasagnas that I pre-make for my freezer. And then I've got meals that are ready to cook right away. And it saves me on using water and washing dishes. The month that I do all the food prep is going to be expensive. And it's going to be very, very busy for about 2 weeks nonstop. But I'll have everything canned and ready to go. And I've managed to gain myself probably 40 extra cases of jars so that when I'm ready to do my canning, it's there. So I'm starting to get away from freezing a lot of stuff. I freeze it until I'm ready to can it. And I use great big roasting pans to make all of my meat sauces. And I can all the vegetables. I cook it all down, immersion blend it. Sometimes I make just vegetable tomato sauce, and sometimes I make meat sauce, right? So, and some of my chilies are with grounded chicken or turkey. So I'll do turkey chili, I'll do chicken chili, I'll do beef chili, and then I have 3 different, and then I'll do a vegetarian chili. So I've got to pick up all my beans, things like that. And I've also got to make a pile of homemade navy beans this year because now I've run out. I had made for 3 years of beans, and now I've used them all, and it's time to make new ones. So those are the recipes I'm working on this year. I'm also going to buy a case of jalapenos to make a whole pile of cowboy candy, because boy, is that ever an awesome recipe. You're making it with a sugar brine, a brown sugar brine, and you're pickling spices, and then you cook your jalapeno in the brine, and then you can it up and you water bath it. And oh my God, it is better than making relish. But I've got relish made I'm good with relish for 2 years. I've canned ketchup. I'm good with ketchup for the next 2 years. And I'm good with homemade hot mustard. And I have dry mustard left over to supply me for the next 3 years with hot mustard. I like hot mustard, not yellow mustard. And so I'm good that way. So my supplies are keeping on. And then, like I said, I've got the sauna coming in the next month and a half. By July, it'll be here. All of my wood is going to be here by July. So I got to stack a lot of wood in July. 30 cords. I might, if I have the extra money, buy another wood shed so that I have 2 wood sheds for my wood. And that's my sauna is going to be right next to the wood sheds. So I don't have a far way to go with my wood, right? And they're going to set it up for me. They're going to install everything. And that's included in the price. I just got to pick up some cement slabs next week, and I've got to get that all leveled. And then I'm done with that. Have a nice day. Sure you are. Because you're high. Sure, yeah. Okay. Sorry, I had a delivery. I had to go to the end of the driveway. So, allergies. Wow. Excuse me. So, yeah, I'm dealing with a lot of allergies coming back to Ontario, but I'm getting there. I'm adjusting. Oh, boy, can I ever feel getting old. It's starting to get to me. I don't walk as much as I used to. I had too many injuries on my legs and shin splints, and it never healed. So when I walk now, my legs get sore right away. It's like my legs have just done enough over the years, and my legs just don't want to go anymore. And that's my situation there. But health wise, I'm okay. Uh, Anyways, yeah. So please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and all the links are down below in the description. And have a nice day. Churan's Tiny Homestead. Bye. And